setting the scene, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal Sports Zone.
Straight steal hole, the slide, the Cards win.
The magic is working tonight. How do you know it?
The emotional journey to the championship.
What is up, everybody? We are coming to you live from the Shoot 360 studios. Welcome to the longest running streaming podcast in the nation devoted strictly to the University of Louisville athletics. This is the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast brought to you by Prime IV Louisville. I'm your host, Jeremy Wallman. Here are my co-hosts. First up, he is the big little brother. It's Joe Wallman.
Acknowledge me.
Okay, well, all right. And next to him, the hot phrase right now is what, 6'7"? But for our co-host, it's more like 1-2. It's your boy, Schwan Barber. Schwan, what's good?
How's it going?
And our special guest co-host tonight, I don't know which one to go to. Okay, I got it. He is the co-host.
The most.
With the most. He is on your radio airwaves in Louisville from 10:06 to 11:54 Monday through Friday on ESPN 93.9 DeVille. It is the one, the only, Steve Rummage. Steve, what's good, man?
How's it going, man? Sorry, I pulled a little switcheroo on you there. My computer finally loaded up, so I was like, okay, we're good.
It's all good, man. How you doing?
I'm fantastic, man. Sorry, I was supposed to actually be over there tonight. So the wife got home early. She's worked like every day this week, so I told her I would go out to a little dinner with her. So, but glad to be on, man.
Anniversary coming up too.
Saturday, yeah.
Can you believe that you've actually been married that long? I can't.
I mean, I know you can't.
Hey, Steve, it's good to actually be on a podcast with you, buddy.
Listen,
This is a dream come true.
Truthfully, the biggest thing about doing this was that I was going to be with Joe Wallman. And I feel like we are the two, I don't know. I mean, I feel like we lead, me over at ESPN Louisville, you here at the Cardinal Sports Zone, just the best. We should start a wrestling podcast.
I think we should.
Call it Outside the Ring.
Yeah.
Idiot. And again, for those of y'all that don't know, Steve is, me and him are, the reason why there is a middays with Steve Rummage in the Cardinal Sports Zone is because one day back in, what was it, Steve, 2006, 2000 and something like that.
Yeah.
We started working together at a job. Mm-hmm. I had to try really hard to be his friend. And from that, we shared a love of sports. We started Cardinal Sports Zone with our guy, good old JR. And then we, we're not saying the name.
No.
And it's okay, we bleeped you out.
Not slobber.
Yeah. And here we are today. So, but he's not the featured guest today like he normally would be, and as he demanded to be. Sorry, Steve.
No, I'll bow to this one.
Because he might as well be sitting we all might as well be sitting on the farm because we are all sitting across from a goat.
Yes.
Let me get started on this introduction because I've got pages over here. He was a 4-year letter winner from 1997 to 2000. This guest holds school records for career receptions and receiving yards and ranks third in touchdown catches. This guest caught 300 passes to become the first player in Division I history to catch 300 passes for 3,670 yards and 31 touchdowns. There's a reason we called him Tecmo Bowl back in college because this dude put up Tecmo Bowl numbers. 2-time All-Conference USA first-team selection. As a punt returner, he also owns school records for career punt returns with 100 and punt return yards with nearly 1,000. In his freshman year, he caught 45 balls for 687 yards and 7 touchdowns. His sophomore year, he ranked 4th nationally amongst Division I receivers and led Conference USA with 90 catches for 1,165 yards and 10 touchdowns that season. His 90 catches remains second on Louisville's single-season list, while his 1,165 yards ranked 6th all time. The Jacksonville, Florida native recorded 7 100-yard receiving games that season and caught 6 or more passes in all 12 contests. He helped open L&N Stadium, at that point was not L&N, but with a 7-catch, 123-yard performance in the season opener versus Lexington A&M Tech A&T Community College. His junior campaign in 99 was one for the record books. He led the league with a school record 101 catches for 1,209 yards and 9 touchdowns, ranking 4th nationally in both receptions, receiving yards, and 29th in APY. He became just the 19th player in NCAA history to record more than 100 catches in a season and set a school single games record with 15 catches against Cincinnati. I was there. It was amazing. And he closed the senior year out with 63 catches for 609 yards, 5 scores, slacker, to help guide the Cards to their first Conference USA title. Without further ado, he is the man, the myth, the legend, the very first, and should have, at any other school would have been the only Action Jackson. But for us, it was Action Jackson Part 1. It's Arnold Jackson. Arnold, what's good, man?
Good, man. Be on the show, man. I'm in town, man, hanging out with you guys.
We're not worthy.
So this is gonna be great.
we are not worthy. That was the longest intro ever. What have you been up to, man?
Just hanging out, man. Spending a lot of time with my family and just staying healthy.
That's all. And you told us before the game, engaged, or before the show. What's a game to us? We're all football players, and Sean. So you're engaged.
Yeah, man. I'm tied up, man.
Okay. So it's about time. Glad to have a room full of goats and Sean. Don't forget the Mossy Oak chat line is open. Arnold, if you haven't been able to tell yet, we jump on Sean a whole lot.
Oh, big time.
If you want to, feel free to.
Where's Iggy at when I need him?
I know. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or however, send your questions on social media. Check the graphic below on the right side to see where you can follow the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast on social media. And on the left side, see how you can help support the podcast monetarily if you would like to. Hit that thumbs up button while you're watching on YouTube. It's our preferred way of you watching the show. It helps us out more with sponsors, as if we need any more. Subscribe to the podcast on YouTube and Facebook to be alerted anytime we go live. We've been advertising the show for 8 o'clock all week. We went a little early because, first off, we'll let Arnold tell you the group of knuckleheads that are coming into town. So to celebrate him, it's really a who's who from different 4-year careers. I mean, I'll let him talk about that. But we wanted to get him back to the hotel a little bit earlier, and we want to be able to talk to him, spend some time with him, hang out. So, again, subscribe to the podcast, be alert anytime we go live. Speaking of sponsors, shout out to our fine sponsors: Fitness Market, 4 Pegs, Collision Course Crew, Tailgaters, Cherry Picking, Shoot 360, Mossy Oak, Planet Fitness, Rally House, Zach from Beckman's Fine Blades, Josh Jarbo from Remax Realty, and Prime IV Louisville. Speaking of Prime IV Louisville, at Prime IV Hydration and Wellness, they believe in the power of personalized health care. Their memberships are designed to provide you with regular access to top quality IV drips and injections tailored to your unique needs. Discover the benefits of consistent wellness treatments and join the Prime IV family today. Your journey to better health starts there. Now, normally we would start with a guest of the hour, but we have him for the whole show. So try to sit tight and try not to run zigzags like he did on the football field while we take care of one other piece. Arnold, this really couldn't have happened at a better time. We beat the dog pee out of them tricks from Lexington A&M Tech, A&T Community College University, for the hard of hearing. The Battle of the Bluegrass lived up to its billing Wednesday night as number 12 Louisville used a dominant second half stretch and clutch free throw shooting down the stretch to topple number 9 Kentucky 96-88 at the KFC Yum Center. Only time I'll say that name. Louisville guard Michael Brown Jr. delivered another signature performance, pouring in 29 points on 8 of 16 shooting while knocking down 10 of 11 from the free throw line. His backcourt partner Ryan Conwell added 24 points, including 4 3-pointers and several dagger buckets that halted Kentucky's late push. The Cards' backcourt combined for over half of Louisville's scoring output, fueling a 13-0 second half run that turned a tight game into a 20-point cushion midway through the period. They didn't go quietly, though. Denzel Aberdeen led the Wildcats with 26 points and 7 boards, sparking a late surge that cut Louisville's lead to 4 with under 2 minutes to play. That's when Louisville locked in. turnovers and foul trouble doomed them in the closing moments. They committed 14 turnovers, leading to 19 points for Louisville, sent the Cardinals to the line 31 times. Despite shooting a solid 47% from the field and hitting 12 threes, they just couldn't overcome Louisville's defensive pressure. Away struggled with ball security, 5 turnovers. You would have thought his last name was Lowe. And Louisville's quick hands produced 11 steals, keeping the Wildcats from sustaining any rhythm. The win gives Louisville its biggest margin of victory in the rivalry since 2014 and a signature early season victory to bolster its top 15 ranking. Let's see if that's who I think it is. Okay. You know what? We're just going to pause for a second because we talked to Arnold about GOATs, and like you can't really have just one GOAT. So welcoming on to the show, he is the greatest of all time. It's Chris Redman.
Red, what's good, bro?
What's up, AJ? Congratulations, man.
Thanks, Red. I appreciate you.
Hey, man, no one is more deserving than you, brother, man. I appreciate all your hard work and greatness. It was fun to be a small part of what you did, brother.
Thank you, man. It started with you, Red. You was the one getting that rock to me, man. So without you, man, I wouldn't be here today.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I was lucky to be on the to touch that ball first for sure. But I was just thinking the other day, like, man, there's nobody more deserving than you, man, to be up there. And I just we had a lot of great players, a lot of afros on that team, but like you led the charge, brother. I just promise you that, man. I just and probably more importantly, what kind of person you are too. Like that to me is more important than anything. And to have a guy like you, man, in the huddle, and you didn't talk a lot of trash. You did your job, and you did it the right way, man. So I just really appreciate you, and just want to congratulate you with the bottom of my heart, brother. I love you.
Thanks, Red. Appreciate you.
Hey, it's just good to have like 3 of the greatest Louisville football players of all time. Well, 2 of them and me on the show. Thanks, Joey. I do have a question, Arnold. I'll have to ask you this because I always put Chris on the spot. Other than Ivan Green, your favorite tight end teammate you ever had? And I'm not trying to tell you to, point in any direction, but
yeah, it's my guy Jeremy.
Okay. Look, calm down.
He didn't say Jeremy Wallman.
Listen, he had to leave it open for yes. Chris, I know you're busy, man. Thank you for hopping on here with us real quick, brother.
Sure, man. Happy to do it. Happy to do it. I got a chance to play with some great players, but I've never had a more explosive receiver. I was thinking, playing with Julio Jones in Atlanta and stuff, and don't get me wrong, he was a great player and athlete and everything, but as far as an explosive guy coming out of the break, we had this route called a trace route. Remember that trace route? And like, it doesn't matter if it was cover 2, cover 1, man, zone. My man's gonna get open. Like he's gonna come out of that. He's gonna come out of that trace route, and I'm just gonna put it out there in front of him a little bit, and he would get to the ball. And so like that shows you what kind of ability and explosiveness that AJ had, and I was very impressed. And like I said, man, I've there ain't many like you, brother. And so that was amazing to be around and watch greatness perform, brother.
Thank you, man. So that's a lot coming from Chris Redman, man.
Absolutely. Well, here's the thing, though. Both of you all arguably, now, in my eyes, and I think a lot of people's eyes, best quarterback in Louisville history. And Lamar winning the Heisman, that automatically it's like 1A and 1B, right? You got to push him up there. Chris deserved the Heisman.
I didn't win no Heisman, though. I didn't jump over anybody either.
No, but I remember against Illinois,
my hops and AJ's hops are a little bit different.
Chris, you remember when you got hit diving into the end zone against Illinois and you helicoptered around into the end zone?
I do, and I'm pretty sure that I had a concussion on that one too. Because
I was going to say, do you remember? Or you just see the video?
So that would have been your Heisman moment, though. They got the Lamar leap. They're trying to make a statue. We need to get the Redmond twirl statue.
I got the Redmond stitches. That's what people remember me, is getting them stitches in my chin.
Oh man,
Cincinnati game, I believe it was.
Yeah, Cincinnati, man. They they would, and it's funny because I ended up playing with Rex Ryan was the defensive coordinator then, and he ended up being coach playing. He was a defensive line coach when I was in Baltimore, and they would talk about the toughness that we had at Louisville, and you know, trying to take out guys, and nobody would come out. We just kept fighting and kept balling. I think that's
Okay, we lost Chris for a second. Chris, you good? Okay.
That was Thanos level.
There he is.
not bad. Yeah. So no, I was just talking about the tough that I think that we all created. You know, playing with guys. You know, Cincinnati. You know, they would come bring in Brad Jackson, some of those guys that I ended up playing with at the Ravens, and you know, Rex Ryan would always talk about we're going to take them out, but I think we were a very tough ball club at that. You know, nobody was going to hold us down. I'm not gonna lie. Arnold didn't like going over the middle too much and getting hit too hard.
Not at all, man.
but it didn't matter because when he caught the ball, nobody's gonna touch him because he's so fast. So that was.
I was gonna say it wasn't really. They didn't really have a chance to hit him. Now Lavelle, on the other hand, was scared to get hit across the middle.
Yeah, no, I think you know, sometimes the best guys, if you're a little scared, makes you a little bit faster, and
yeah, definitely.
so sometimes that's an advantage, man. It's like anyways, but I was happy to be a part of that. You know, we were the top offense in the country, and you know, not many Louisville offenses, even with great players and everything else, got a chance to do that. And you know, I think that was a very special group of guys. And you know, there's a bond there that I don't think anybody could take away. And that's something that doesn't come around too often, especially nowadays. Was kind of me, myself, and I. Man, we were all about each other, and I was happy. Anytime whoever scored, we were all in the end zone dancing with each other, and I think that's what I think sometimes missing with the guys nowadays is like. They're not as, you know, they weren't as happy, I guess, as a team collectively. And so, and, you know, now they're just, if they get mad, they just go somewhere else and don't fight through hard times. We had to fight through some hard times, AJ and I and everybody else, and Ivan and Lavelle. And so, you know, that was just part of, part of the deal. So just really, really happy to go through that with a good group of guys and I'd do anything in the world for them.
And we were really like a fan, and I think what really we were like a family, but what really humbled us was that freshman campaign. Like you go through some stuff like that, and that's going to turn you into a champion. And I tell people this all the time. Just so lucky and blessed to have been part of that class with you all. Even 20 some odd years later, people still regard you, Chris, as the best that ever stepped foot on the field. Arnold's got so many records. He's definitely, even for people that don't know him, would say he's top 30. I've been top best tight end of all time. I mean, I can sit here right now and make the argument that Arnold was the best wide receiver to ever touch the field at U of L. And I don't know too many. He was again, first player in NCAA history to record 300 receptions in a career. And that's not what only 23 other people had broken that mark since Arnold played. And that's in the age of 4, 5, 6, 7 year playing in the league. So truly a feat that should be respected till the end of time. So Chris, again, I want to thank you for hopping on here with us. I didn't want to keep you too long. I know that you wanted to be here. So the initial plan was to surprise you both, not tell you all that you were going to be on the show. And then y'all walk in and be like, yeah.
No, I would love to be there. I'd love to be there tomorrow. Unfortunately, I'm out of town. And so, but man, I'll be there in spirit, brother. And I miss you, love you, and had great times with you, brother, and continued success for you. And, you know, obviously, if you ever need anything, you can holler at your boy.
Oh, definitely, for sure, Chris. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, AJ.
All right, Chris, I'll holler at you soon, man. Thank you for joining in, bro.
Thanks, 5-5. See you, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Chris Redman, man, just one of the best guys overall. Again, like he means that. Like if you ever need anything, hit him up. Like I don't bother him for too much. An appearance on the podcast every once in a while, he'll hop on.
Yeah.
But let's get back really quick because I want to get to your part. Kentucky lost the game. So that, Steve, my first question is to you. That guy was the SEC preseason player of the year that we played against the other night?
Man, you know, here's the thing. I go all credit Louisville on this stuff, man, because I mean, at the end of the day, PK had a great game plan. I mean,
Yeah.
the guys like pregame, everything. I mean, when you've played in a rivalry like that, you know how juiced up it is. You know how you got to kind of harness that into what you're about to play. And that place was rocking the other night. I mean, there was a great energy in there. And I mean, just from the jump, man, it's like our guys met the moment, you know, and their guys really didn't. It was like you could kind of see it. It was like it looked like, you know, and they settled in the end, and you know, but it was just one of those things where I think our guys just kind of met the moment. They were like, yeah, you know, this is what we do, and that's what we're not used to that happening in this rivalry, because typically we get down by 10, 12, 14 points. We battle back, and then they've got a dude that can just clear everybody out, go to the bucket, get an and one, and you're like, dang, we had them. Like we did to them exactly what they've been doing to us for the past, you know, under Calipari. So it was cool to see, man. It feels like there's definitely a new era of the rivalry starting for sure.
You know, coupled with that, and I was telling Arnold this earlier, this is the first time I can ever remember that, you know, we've had big leads before, and then they come back, right, cut it down, and you're like, oh crap, we're about to blow this, right? There was not one point the other night that I ever had that feel, even when they got within 4. Like I was still I was in my head, I'm confident. I'm not saying anything out loud. I'm still confident. I'm like, I feel like we got 3 or 4 dudes on the court right now that can go and make a play right now and stop their run. Like, and it was a cool feeling to have, because I don't know that if I have had that feeling before, it's been a long time.
Absolutely. And for me, I'm not going to lie. When they cut it to 4, I was absolutely terrified. But Louisville did something in the last 3 minutes of the game that they've not done in a long time, and it was lock in and turn up the defense. The guy that everybody had doubted, Sanan DeFru, grabbed every board that come off the basket. Everybody, McKellen Ryan driving to the bat, it stops and everything. So it was just amazing to watch. It seems like the way for Louisville to beat them is to go up big and pull it out at the end. 09 went that way. 08, the year before it, Rupp went that way. We went up big in both of those, and they cut it back, but we still won. And even the championship season, we went up big and they came back. So congrats to them. They held us to a season low 96 points. Great defensive job. The Cards have Ohio Sunday at noon on the CW. Always hate playing on the CW. Let's get to the guest of honor. As we said earlier, Arnold, you were the first player in college football history to get 300 receptions. The chat line is down, by the way. We'll try to get that back up in a second. My producer sucks. And no, it's not Nick.
Oh man,
no. As we said earlier, first player in college football history to get 300 catches. Only 24 others have surpassed that. Just as impressive. Only 2 others sit ahead of you on the touchdown list with 31. Ivan Green with 33. Devontae Parker with 33.
Why are we just now doing this? Like, why is this honoring happening? Like, why? Like, you know, it's so funny. Listen, I like to cut you off, and
I know it's been a lifelong thing.
Every day, and I like to talk, but we have gotten. Look, me and Maven were talking about this the other day. It was like, how is this just happening? I mean, I'm glad it is. Look, and U of L's doing a great job at trying to. But man, when you run down those stats and you say that, and it's like, this should have been one of the first names in the Ring of Honor, man. Like, what are we doing here? So
tell me when he's telling lies.
Finally happening, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and if you all remember, go all the way, but this season 7, go all the way back to season 2. From season 2 to about season 5, we sat here every week whenever they started announcing Ring of Honor people, and we both said, Sean, you can attest to this. You don't lie, just like Abe Lincoln. Well, you kind of look like him too. You don't lie. How many times did I sit here and say Arnold and Ivan need to be in that ring?
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
And they finally last year inducted Ivan. This year it's Arnold, and it's well deserved.
I mean, when you're talking about the best tight end and the best wide receiver, like how are they not, right?
Right. Well, here's a fun fact, and I shared this fun fact on middays with Stephen Marcus.
They just didn't want to, like shoot everything at once. Like
he should have been the first bullet.
Well, I don't disagree.
But I shared this fun fact earlier on middays. I'm not sure how many people know this. Arnold is also the all-time leader in Louisville history with 16 kick or punt returns for touchdowns. Now, 15 of them got called back due to penalties because Arnold would run up and down like a Tecmo Bowl player. But just ahead of your time, though, Arnold, because the guys didn't know how to block for you. Literally 15 times. Now, you got one that actually counted somehow, but the other 15, you literally ran them all the way back for touchdowns, and they were flagged. It was almost like a running joke amongst friends. It was like, oh, Arnold got to the end zone. I don't even have to look. There's a flag somewhere. So you were literally, again, ahead of your time. You were able to get, and you really did make it like a real life video game. Yeah. So that was very fun to watch. Again, shared with you earlier. You were the person that got my wife interested in U of L football and football in general in the first place, you and Lavelle. Now, she liked to mess with Lavelle because Lavelle was, as you all know, he was at my wedding, met him in high school, Captain Knucklehead. So she loved giving him crap. And when she finally watched him play football, she's like, well, he's actually as good as he talks. Like the walk matches the talk.
He's sturdy.
He's sturdy. Yeah, he's sturdy.
Sturdy. You got to stay sturdy.
Stay sturdy. Shout out Bell. I try to get him on the show too, but he just, I guess there's no phone service right now in the Dominican, so he wasn't able to return my message. But just the impact, learning. Maybe you always realized it, maybe you didn't know, but you made an impact in your years here at Louisville that resonates. I mean, Joey was like, when you started playing football at Louisville, that was you were in what, just graduated high school?
No, we graduated the same year.
Okay,
we talked about that earlier. Yeah, we're both 96.
So he was your first. Well, Lavelle was 96, 97, 98. No, I'm just kidding. 93, 94, 95, 96. I went to high school with Lavelle for 4 years somehow, and he was a freshman my senior year. I'm just kidding. But like for you, he was the first true like action hero on the football field you saw. Steve, probably the same with you.
It was him and Zeke back to back, and I was like Zeke Parker, and it was like I just thought, I mean, those two, I just thought Louisville had these badass dudes that return punts. Like I was just like, that's what Louisville does, and then you kind of got spoiled, after Zeke for a few years, Broderick Clark and some of those guys, but. Yeah, they were. I mean, you said it right. They were the superheroes. I mean, that's what made us fans,
So how mad would you be after those plays that you run back? Like it is what it is. I mean, all right, somebody made a mistake, but you had to be mad.
Yeah, it gets to you, man, because it's that turning play of the game. Yeah. And then, something you did good, something you imagined before the game even started, and it comes back. But, it's tough, man.
It's like one or two. It's like, okay. But like when you start creeping up 5, 6, 9, like guys,
it was like
just do this when I get the ball. Just put your hands in there.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be all over the field. I ain't don't know what.
Just put a body in between somebody.
Yeah, let me hit one of those cracks and go.
Yeah,
I remember the Illinois game in Illinois. I ran one back. It got called back, but I was over on the sideline dry heaving, and Coach Smith was like, "Hey, get back out there, do it again." I said, "Ain't no way, man. You gotta put Zeke back there. Yeah. Somebody, man. I'm beat." Yeah, had to pat my helmet. Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Well, the next thing I wanted to talk about was why you initially picked Louisville, which kind of got spoiled earlier in the day. But let's go ahead and relive that one again. You didn't initially come to Louisville. Your first Louisville thoughts weren't, I'm going to go play football at the University of Louisville, were they?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Why did you pick Louisville?
So I sent in a basketball highlight tape to Denny Crum. And Denny Crum got the tape and said, "Hey, this guy, he's pretty good. But, I guess Louisville basketball team was stacked or something." So he just gave my basketball highlight tape to Coach Cooper. And Coop was like, "Hey, this guy can jump. Let's get him in here right now. I want him on a full scholarship right now." He called my mom, and boom, I'm in Louisville just like that.
Bam.
Yeah.
It was really that quick.
R.I.P. Coach
just
Crum.
like that, man. Yeah.
Next question. What did you like about your time at Louisville other than the fact that I worked at EA Sports and we got unlimited video games?
It was
legally, because I got free games and we all played them together. It wasn't any kind of impermissible benefits.
When I got here, it just was just the connection with the guys in the meeting rooms in the dorm, how we grew a bond together. During tour days, man, that was brutal. So we had to lean on somebody, and Lavelle, Sheffield, Zeke, even Dion later on. We just grew a bond and kept it tight with each other. So it just was good to meet new people here.
Oh, absolutely. I was giving him we were going over stuff on the way here, like he said, "Oh man, that clock tower's been there forever."
Yeah, my God,
going over there at the stadium. He's like,
strong,
he hasn't been back since they closed the stadium.
I haven't seen the stadium. I'm going to see it tomorrow, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, so you'll probably, like what I was talking about, it's kind of like tunneled in or whatever. Yeah. You'll get to, I'm sure, come through that. I think they got like the red lights and everything when they come down through.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it for sure.
Yeah.
How excited are you for tomorrow night? Because this is legit 10, 15 years
overdue.
Too late. Not too late in the making. This is your leg. And you even joked beforehand. Your fiance was on the phone with you, and you're like, tell her I used to be that dude in college. Because there's no YouTube film. There's no huddle. There was none of that. How excited are you for tomorrow night?
I'm really pumped, man. I can feel it right now just talking about it, just standing out there and looking at some of those highlights. If they show the highlights, that's going to be great. And see the guys out there playing, it's just going to remind me of everything that I used to do. So I can't wait.
So why don't you speaking of tomorrow night's celebration of the greatest of all time, Arnold Jackson, who are some of the people that are coming to support you? Former teammates, former Cardinals.
Yeah, definitely. So it's going to be a full house. Definitely all the Afros going to be here. Sheffield, Lavelle couldn't make it. Dion, who's always going to be out there coaching. We got Zeke, Damian Dorsey. We got the entire crew, man. Everybody that from that 96 crew. We got Ronnie Gent. Jeremiah Russell. We got the whole crew coming, so it's gonna be something special.
Antonio Roundtree too.
And Roundtree.
Couldn't leave, if we left him out, he'd have something to say to us.
Definitely have dinner with Tree tonight. So
yeah, that's what's up.
Good, yeah.
What do you want your legacy at the University of Louisville to be? It's already been written. It's already been decided. But what is it you want people to remember about your football career here?
I guess just the explosiveness, the fun plays or whatnot. My favorite play, touchdown I ever scored here in Louisville was against Tulane. We lost that game, but it was in the old Cardinal Stadium. I really was all over the field at that very that I believe that was my first touchdown in that game. So it was wild, man. Somebody got to find that, man. I need to see it again.
If anybody has their old school Viewmasters or Etch-a-Sketches that might have video films of
brother, I will look. Paul Rogers dropped off at the studio. We have tapes on tapes of old football games. Look, all his old calls, all old basketball games. Man, we've got it's crazy. So I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, do that. Maybe you can find somebody that can make like an Arnold Jackson highlight reel out of them too. I know you got a bunch of young interns up there that probably be hungry to do something like that.
I don't know. We just tell them.
I was trying to give them some credits.
I just come in and talk on the radio from 10 to noon.
I don't know.
That's it, man.
Well, listen, let's reset the show real quick. Let's head to the second half. Again, this is the Cardinal Sports Home podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Wyman, with Joe Wyman, Sean Barber, Steve Rummage, and the greatest of all time, Arnold Jackson. We want to re-shout out our fine sponsors, Fitness Market, Four-Pex, Collision Course Crew Tailgaters, Cherry Pick and Shoot 360, Mossy Oak, Planet Fitness, Rally House, Beckman's Fine Blades, Josh Jarbo from Remax Realty, and Prime IV Louisville. Speaking of Prime IV Louisville, are you ready to take your health to the next level? Prime IV Hydration and Wellness has a special promotion just for you. Join them now and mention us and receive 1 month free with a 6-month membership, paid membership. This offer is only available for a limited time, so head on over to Prime IV in Middletown to enjoy our customized IV treatments and expert care. Elevate your wellness routine today. Now, the only thing that I think really quick before we get into the second part of the show, we don't have we've got some traditional radio sponsors. We've got restaurants and we've got health and Peyton Sieben and them at Shoot 360 and a lawnmower guy. But what we don't have, something that Steve has, his fine friends at Tri-State Health.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think he probably helped Sean out because I think he's
man.
I knew that.
Listen, people ask you if you sell out once you get on the radio. I was like, I'll never be a guy that does like those boner commercials. Dude, they start pumping that check out. I do a boner read every day. I'm like, I got you. Look, I never would be that guy. Now I'm like, hey, if you're soft and and I just go on and I'm like, such a sellout, man.
Well, great transition. Speaking of soft, Miller Moss. No, I'm just kidding.
QB1.
Sorry. Sean and his peen problem got to me.
Yeah, he gets paid.
Okay, so here's one thing I'll say. For the last 15 years since we started on the air, I would never call a player out by name. They get paid now. I don't feel bad about calling them by name, right? They get a check. Yeah. Millions of dollars to play. Arnold, 25 years too early to get that. You would have been one of the highest paid players in history.
Man.
Let's talk a little bit about tomorrow's.
We need some back pay.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We really do.
We need some back pay, guys.
So we are gonna head to the second part of the show, but first I almost skipped Sean. Sean's got a time to shine every week, and for the last 7 years, it's been did Sean get any action this weekend? And every week for 7 years, it's been no. But tonight, on the 300th episode of the podcast, the epic milestone episode, we've retired that bit.
Yep.
We have a new bit that we're going to start tonight, and it is Sean's Barber Shop. That's his last name, Sean Barber. Sean, we're about to hit it. Are you excited?
Well, do we want to set up what he's going to be doing?
Well, what he's going to be doing is he's going to show everybody why he's still single.
Yeah.
He's going to give his best pickup line that he could think of for the week. This should tell you all you need to know. Let's go ahead and hit the Sean, you're the producer. Hit the graphic.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
All right. You must be a thief because when your eyes met mine, you stole my heart.
That's why.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
He's never gonna get it.
No.
He's never gonna get it.
Never.
The delivery, man.
I mean,
Sean truly does have.
There wasn't even no girl in front of me. He was stumbling.
Yep.
Sean truly has a face for. I'll be honest with you. He's not only does he have a face for radio. I contemplated completely taking him off camera for this show because we're going to have so many people here. Then Chris told me he got called in to out of town work, and then Steve told me he had to go to dinner, and I'm like, okay. So I put.
Sean's got a great face for print like newspaper. Very, very.
Sean's photograph should probably be in Braille. I'll just be honest with you.
Hieroglyphics.
Let's get to Clemson. The 4-5 Tigers are averaging 27.8 points per game this season. They've rushed for 1,000 yards and thrown for 2,596 through the air in 9 games. Averaging 409 yards of total offense. Starting quarterback Cade Klubnik has completed 67% of his passes, thrown 5 picks, 2,100 yards, 14 touchdowns with a long of 75. He's averaging 237 yards per game. They've committed 10 turnovers. Receiving wise, Antonio Williams. His stat line, 39 catches for 429 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bryant Wesco Jr., 31 catches for 537 and 6 touchdowns. And TJ Moore, 31 for 536 and 4. If you add all 3 of those together, you get one Arnold Jackson season, but I digress. They're leading the way this season. All 3 have 64-plus yard touchdowns this season. On the ground, Randall's rushed for 570 yards, 6 touchdowns. Davidson, 149 yards, no touchdowns. And Klubnik is their 3rd leading rusher with 117 yards and 3 touchdowns. The defense has only forced 13 turnovers this year. They've sacked the opponent's quarterback, though, 25 times. They've given up 23 touchdowns this season and scored 31, which you would think would lead to a 6-3 record at the least, but they're 4-5. Kind of hard to believe. Leading tacklers: Brown with 67, Wade Woodaz with 58, and Hannafin with 54. Stop, Joey. 11 for 13 for field goals, 42 yards per punt. Steve, tell us a little bit about this Clemson offense.
Well, I mean, they did lose Wesco for the year. He's gone. He was probably their best receiver overall. I mean, Cade Klubnik's not really lived up to the bit. Like, I'm wrong. I've been wrong a lot being on the radio, but preseason they were like number 2, and somebody had him going number 1 in the draft, and I'm like, I don't think so. But I will say this, like, their offensive line has gotten much better. Like, this is one of those teams, man. Like, when you're playing a team like Clemson, like, nothing pisses me off more. I can just say this stuff when I'm on here. I don't have to be radio guy. So when you get record in something like this, and somebody comes up to me and they're like, "Oh, we just got to blow Clemson out," and I'm like, "God, you're ignorant." I mean, it's like, dude,
Idiot.
Clemson team's really good, man. They've gotten better. They've gotten 2 guys healthy on the offensive line. They've been running the hell out of the ball over the last few games. And then, I know you didn't ask me, but the defensive side of the ball, I mean, you've got 2 top 10, not first rounders, 2 top 10 picks on the defensive line. You've got a top 20 pick at safety. I mean, these dudes can play some football, and they're going to attack Miller Moss. I mean, and now the thing is, I love Jeff Brom, obviously. But this is a game, this is just the Jeff Brom type of game, though. With what happened last week, he's going to have a heck of a game plan. I think just keep it on the floor a little more as opposed to in the air. But, I mean, look, Clemson's a good team, man. Like, this is not going to be an easy game at all. I mean, there's a reason we're only 2.5-point favorite. I mean, it's a hell of a team.
Absolutely. Joey, what about defensively?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I love it when co-hosts cut off co-hosts.
No, so I'm reading via Sam Baisden. Which when I read it, it's not going to sound like me.
No, please don't do that.
Don't sound like Sam?
Yeah, don't sound like Sam.
No. Well, we got to talk like this.
Yeah, don't want you to talk. We want to hear you.
Miami was Miami was the best team Louisville's played so far. Virginia Tech was the most inconsistent team. Clemson is probably the most talented team on the schedule. Clemson definitely isn't having the season anyone predicted, especially in conference at 3-4. Clemson is towards the top in the ACC in sacks of 25. They're towards the middle of the pack in interceptions with 6, and near the bottom with Louisville and fumbles forced with 5 and 9 games. Clemson led on defense by all-world sophomore linebacker and the best linebacker in the ACC, Sammy Brown. Brown leads the team with 67 tackles, including 8.5 tackles for loss and 3 sacks. Brown is a flat-out playmaker. He also has 4 pass breakups. Clemson has 4 players that have registered over 3 sacks this year, including 3 sacks by corner Avion Terrell. That already tells you Clemson isn't afraid to send corner blitzes if the situation presents itself. Similar to Cal, the Cal defensive backfield, Clemson has 1 player that has 66% of their interceptions. Sophomore Ricardo Jones. That's 4 for the Tigers. He lines up just about anywhere for Clemson, and a lot of the times fools QBs before the snap by where he is lined up pre-snap. Make no mistake, Jones has excellent closing speed and plays the ball extremely well in the air. Again, Louisville needs to avoid obvious passing downs, and the receivers are going to have to win their one-on-one battles because the throwing lanes will be really tight tomorrow night.
And that Terrell's got 11 pass breakups too, which is absolutely insane.
But I do think Louisville tomorrow, when you watch this game, I think they're going to bank on Clemson. What's Clemson going to do? They've watched the same games we've watched. They know they want to get Miller Moss under pressure. They're going to bring that stuff from the edge. They're going to bring that stuff from the corner. That's where I just see, man, I think you're going to see a lot of stuff in the intermediate, just intermediate routes, stuff to get the ball out of Miller Moss's hands quick. quick drops, probably even come out of the pistol some. They did that 2 games ago. We didn't really get to see it much against Cal, but I mean, that's the type of stuff you'll see, and really all the pistol does is just allows him to not be under center, yet still run an under center type of play,
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's why. So I think tomorrow, man, I wouldn't expect a lot of the big plays over the top or even attempting that. I think Louisville's just going to surgically try to move the ball down the field.
Absolutely. Let's we're going to go to Arnold on this one. What do you expect to see offensively from Louisville tomorrow?
I have no idea, honestly.
Hey, I love
because that Cal game still kind of got a little screwed up, man. But they just got to come together as a team and really just execute the plays and go from there. But I think they have a good game plan with Dion with the receivers. So hopefully the passing game's good and hopefully the ground game good.
Listen, I put him on the spot. I didn't tell him I was going to ask him that question. He did a fantastic job of answering that. I think that we're going to have to just depend on the run a little bit more, because the thing is, and it sucks that a quarterback, we won't say our, but a quarterback, what you depend on them most is clutch passes. And it almost seems like he gets really nervous every time it goes to 3rd and 14 off of a penalty. You all have been in the room with me. I'm like, oh, crap. And they're like, what? Well, just watch, because it's 3rd and 14 and he thinks he has to do too much, and he tries to thread the needle a little bit unneedily. So we just
thinks he's Brett Favre.
Yeah, well, yeah. How do you remedy that with a player? Well, you take the ball out of his hand a little bit more. So for every 5 plays, maybe rush the ball 3 times, pass twice, and it kind of build up to the point to where you can do that, because there's definitely some sort of confidence issue or problem there. Sean, defensively, what kind of a look do you think Louisville's going to show Clemson?
Well, hopefully we don't have linebackers on receivers again.
Yeah,
that was rough. I think hopefully they'll let Clev Lubin be Clev Lubin and rush the passer, because I'm about tired of seeing him out in coverage.
Yeah.
Other than
that,
I just hope that the defensive secondary doesn't have as many breakdowns as it did, because they did. There was a lot of breakdowns against Cal, not just because of the linebacker being on the hit. There was quite a few times that guys just weren't where they should have been to make a play. They were a few steps too late.
Sure.
So as long as it's just discipline, in the end, it's going to be, do they play disciplined football or not?
All right. Well, let's get to this part next. Locks and predictions. Joey, we'll go with you first. Give us your lock for the game tomorrow, and then give us your prediction.
In the spirit of the GOAT being here with us, I'm going to once again. I'm gonna say Colin Lacey does his best Arnold Jackson impersonation, and well, for the one time that didn't get called back, and runs a punt return back for a touchdown, because we've already seen that he's very capable.
Isn't that insane that Colin Lacey has more return touchdowns than Arnold? That's insane. But that's only because they don't flag Colin on his.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that again.
Okay. I don't hate that. Score prediction?
I really should have just said a special teams touchdown, because last year we blocked 2 of their kicks. Here's the thing. So you said my prediction,
your score prediction.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go 27-21 Louisville. Okay. I don't think it's going to be a track meet either way. I do think both defenses play fairly well. But I do think we get a punt return, like I said, touchdown, and I do think we get a couple turnovers on Clemson. We showed, look, we're playing pretty much a similar offense to the team that we played last year, and we had Klubnik rattled the whole game.
Yeah, we did.
We had him rattled the whole game, and Lubin may not be Ashton Gelati, but I don't think he's too far away.
No.
Too far away from that. So I think the defense locks back in and holds Clemson when we need to, and 27-21.
Okay.
Sam had, by the way,
Okay.
he didn't give a lock.
Okay.
But he had Clemson 34, Louisville 28.
Well, Sam's an idiot. Sean?
My lock, I'm going to go Clev Lubin, sack fumble. He's going to
Okay.
get a sack fumble.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go 31-24 Cards.
Okay. Well, to beat a team like Clemson, I believe we're going to have to keep the game low scoring. And 24 has been our magic number this year, leading the country in the most consecutive, most games with 24 points or more. I'm going 24-20. I think for us to beat Clemson, we need to hold them to field goals. We need to limit their touchdown drives. We need to also run the ball a lot. And when you run the ball a lot, you don't score a lot, especially when you're missing your big play, Jay and Isaac Brown. We've talked about this before. Is Keywan Brown a great running back? He's what I've called a closer, because in the second half, he's come in and just shut things down when Isaac come out. And my worry when he became the starter was that we weren't going to have anybody to close it out, and that he was going to tire out as the game went on. That's actually what happened this past game. So if we're going to lean on, and Duke Watson getting healthier by the week, so we'll have Duke to lean on a little bit more this week. So I'm going 24-20. My lock is that Sean will not get a date this week. Steve?
Yeah, no, I'll go with like Chris Bell over 4 receptions, because I just feel like that last week, Jeff Brom really believes in that Bobby Petrino feed the studs. Like that's what you do. And Chris Bell's a stud. I mean, you talk about Dion. I mean, and Dion's first year with the receivers, full year with the receivers, he's going to have a first-round pick. I mean, that says a lot about, I guess, Coach Branch is what we need to call him now. But
put some respect on his name.
Yeah, I mean, that says a lot about him. I mean, and what he's doing with those receivers and how they kind of respond to him. But I think they're going to try to get him involved, because he really wasn't involved against Cal, at all. And that's frustrating for a receiver, because receiver's the one, you got maybe the greatest one that we've ever had sitting right here with us. I mean, the receiver's the one position where you can't make your own luck sometimes, because the ball's got to get to you, know. So, and then you can make a play. So I know that was frustrating for him last week. So I think they'll get him the rock. I kid you not because you said it. I immediately I'll do 24-21. I was going to do 24-20 because I'm with you. I don't think it's a big high scoring game. They're really good defensively. They're going to get after us, but we're pretty dang good defensively too. I mean, even last week against Cal, gave up 23 points. I mean, dude had 16 catches, and you see that, you think immediately, man, the defense was awful. They weren't. They really weren't. I mean, they had a good game plan. They were getting after it. I mean, dude was having a game, man. But they kept him out of the end zone multiple times. They gave the offense the ball back 3 times with the score tied 23-20 at the end of regulation. I mean, I can't ask for much more from my defense. So I've got a good defense too. So I'll go 24-21 just to try to make it different there.
That's fair. I've been telling people all year, this is probably one of the best defenses that we've had. Definitely top 5 defense of all time. I think a lot of people look at the losses to Virginia, but that wasn't on the defense. The defense only allowed 14 points that game.
Okay.
This game wasn't on the defense. We had other factors that the offense. I did put that entire Virginia loss on a certain quarterback that may push and pedal Long John Silver's for a living, but this game I can't completely blame him. He made one horrible pass. We went away from the run in the second half. Why do you go away from the run when it's working? I have no idea. He had a battle plan. I will not. I refuse. It's just like Steve with Tom Jurich. You just trust in Tom, and I think a lot of us did. There's just certain coaches you get where you're like, I don't care if it's stupid or not. I'm going to believe. I believe in Jeff Brom. Arnold, you're the guest of honor, man. Give us your your lock. What is something you think is absolutely going to happen tomorrow? And then give us your score prediction.
So my score prediction, I'm going to say 20-21 type of game. And I think it's going to be a ground and pound game. It's going to be on the ground a lot, I believe. The passing, Deion going to come up with something, but I think they're going to run the ball more often.
Okay, so we kind of all fall on the same line there.
One thing that Miller Moss has to start doing, and he did this 3 or 4 times last game, and he's done it several games. He's not getting the ball up high enough, and he's thrown it right into the hands or into the like head level of the defensive line.
No air underneath that.
Right.
Yeah.
So like that's where he like there was like 3 or 4 passes that he was probably targeting Bell over the middle, and he threw it right in like to get tipped, and knocked down. So he just got to get that ball up a little bit over, and he's going to complete 2 or 3 more passes a game, and those may be ones that get broke for big runs, change momentum.
We got big play receivers.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Please get out there and support our photographers. Jeff Nunn, fantastic UK. I said it. JCC basketball photo gallery he dropped today. All of the players. I don't know if you can see it behind Arnold, but there's one of his best pictures is from the other night is Mikel and Donovan Mitchell. Donovan pulled up to the game. We appreciate him and the love that he has for the university. TJ Barr, he normally shoots women's basketball, but he had a baby. So, well, he didn't. His wife did. And they've been taking care of it. So he's not been doing as much this year. Justin Kruger, our baseball photographer, phenomenal. And our new additions, men's basketball photographer Keith Russell and his wife Renee Russell. She will be shooting women's basketball for us this year. They've been doing a fantastic job. And our beat writers, women's basketball and football beat writer Sam Baisden, not in the house tonight. He got called into There was a lot of stuff that happened tonight. This is supposed to be our big show. Sam got called in. Chris got called out of town. Steve, at least he's here.
I'm just married. My wife told me we're going to dinner. Arnold will know very soon.
Yeah, he will. He will. But at least he's here. Steve Rummage, at least he's here.
I knew before, but I said, no, I'm not going to dinner. I'm going to do the podcast. And now I'm sitting here alone.
Yeah.
We'll explain that to you later, Sean.
Say no.
What'd you say, Steve?
No. I said my wife makes way too much money for me to say no. I just do.
Yeah, it's true. Good point. Fair. Good point.
And we want to give a big shout out to our new men's basketball beat writer, Taylor Kopp. She's absolutely killing it out there. Just doing a fantastic job. Make sure you stay tuned to our social media and subscribe to us on YouTube or Facebook to be alerted anytime we go live, even though we prefer YouTube. You can find the audio version of the podcast on over 125 podcast avenues: Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, and iHeart. Hit subscribe, like, heart, or plus sign to have these direct. It's Xavier on the screen.
Yeah. So what's up?
What up? To have these downloaded. What's up, buddy? To have these downloaded directly to your laptop, PC, or phone, or whatever it is that Sean has in his it might be a Tamagotchi. I'm not really sure. If you haven't listened to all the prior episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, it's easy to find. Go to cardinalsportszone.com, go to the podcast tab, podcast drop-down menu, and select CSZ podcast. You can hit, what's up, Cashmere? You can hit the archives button for mine and Steve's old stuff. You can hit the Cardinal Sports CSZ podcast for the stuff from the last 7 seasons. As for our 4-year run on ESPN 939 DeVille, if you want to listen to any of that stuff, tweet at Nicky V ESPN and ask him why he erased it all right before he came in here and broke the bathroom in my upstairs of my house when he came to do the show.
Didn't shut the door after he did,
and then
did deuce.
Dropped a deuce and then left the door open across from the studio.
That's not cool, man.
Shout out to Nick Valvano. All jokes aside, one of the hardest working. Well, he works. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. He'll be in the suite with us for SmackDown in February. Check out our exclusives on CardinalSportsZone.com, the place it all began. Shout out to everyone who's out there sharing the podcast. We appreciate you guys. We'll do even though he's here, shout out to our guys, Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage, doing the Lord's work, 10 to noon, Monday through Friday on ESPN 939 DeVille. Shout out to our guy, Dalton Pence, who does Mondays with DP. I still don't know if he knows what that means, but we'll have to explain.
DP Mondays.
I know that's his initials, but we need to talk to him about that. But
should change his name.
6 to 7 on the Big X. And our guys, Blake McCauley and Terrence Jennings, former Cardinal Terrence Jennings.
Yeah.
Their new show, Spilling the Ville. They're getting a little better with every episode, and it's fun, entertaining to hear from former athletes from Louisville talk about their time and break down the games and stuff. Where can we find you guys on social media? Joey, I'll start with you first.
Joe Wallman 526.
Steve?
I don't even know. What is it? At Stephen Rummage.
Steve is, I don't know, at Stephen Rummage.
Not all that, just at Stephen Rummage. Yeah, I can't remember I never can remember if I did Steve or Stephen Rummage.
It was Steve, and then you changed it to Steven. I think Charity made you. And then Arnold, where can they find you on Twitter? It's AJ10UL.
I think so. Yeah. I think so. Yeah, definitely. Because you know it better than I do.
Well, yeah, because it took forever to get this dude on Twitter, and so we finally got him on there. And I was like, "Hey, just come up with a creative name." He was like, AJUL10. That's all you got to do. Should have been greatest of all time, Tim, but I digress. Sean, where can people find you on social media? On your Twitter, on your Instagram, and on your OnlyFans?
No, his is Lonely Fans.
No, he's got OnlyFan.
Oh, OnlyFan,
and it's his sister.
Wow.
Where can they find you on social media, Sean?
At Elville Sean and S Barber 6.
Okay.
Uneffing believable.
I believe it. I'm at Jeremy_CSZ, the website, as you can see below, Arnold. You can find out where you see us on social media. Shout out to our guys, Dan and Mark, at the 502 Circle, handing out them checks and getting us what we need here in the Ville. Last but not least, did you know that regular IV therapy can help improve your energy levels, boost your immune system, and enhance your overall well-being? At Prime IV Hydration and Wellness, their memberships offer a convenient way to maintain your health with monthly treatments. Visit them at Prime IV in Middletown to learn more about how their wellness plans can support your lifestyle and help you feel your best every day. Give them a call at 502-251-9836. Tell them Cardinal Sports Zone sent you. We're going to be about to see you all soon. Final thoughts for me. I want to give a shout out to my brothers, Chris and Arnold, for hopping on to do the show. Even if Chris could only come in for a few minutes, I knew it would mean a lot to you, Arnold, to hear from him. And he was like, "Oh my God, dude, I cannot believe I'm missing the show." And Steve, I appreciate you taking the time out to almost whore me out, but not quite do it. You're still here.
Not quite. You guys talked about it. Somebody said it too. Somebody was like, "He ain't even gonna show up, is he?"
It was probably Joey.
No. I can't wait for the next time we get to do a podcast together.
I know. It's my guy.
Oh man! Look, and with the episode 300 being out of the way, y'all don't have to hear us talking about that no more, and we can goof off for the next 90 episodes before we start doing things serious. Look, we could not do this without all of you all jokes aside, the fans and friends of Cardinal Sports Zone, sports radio in the city. We really don't know how we could ever thank you. You launched my career. You launched Steve's career. Joey's career, and Sean's OnlyFan.
Sean is failure to launch.
That's Sean's book title. It's going to be Failure to Launch.
There's a movie about it.
Listen,
Terry Bradshaw and all right. Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Look, you had to go all right.
Yeah,
to get the name. Look, it's very much appreciated regardless. For myself, for Steve Rummage, for Joseph Wallman, for Sean Barber, and for the greatest of all time, and for Xavier too, but the greatest of all time, Arnold Jackson.
Yeah.
Thanks again for y'all's support. We love you guys. Until next time, this has been the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. We'll see you. Whatever.